Hey, I'll give you 3 guesses where I'm at today. We've been given so many questionable looks and like doubtful glances when we explained about this trip. So basically this trip was planned last year because of all the scary things that happened with our son in the hospital and all of that. We had to cancel. This campground here in Indiana was so gracious to let us move it by a year. So we're back here a year later. And let me tell you what's up. This is kind of a camping slash beach slash friend reunion slash road trip vacation. So basically what happened is we have a friend out here in Indiana that we wanted to hang out with. And so they're living in Indiana right now on their doctor journey. He's becoming a physician. So we got up bright and early this morning at 3 o'clock in the morning. If I look sleepy, that's because I just got done taking a nap. I woke up at 5:45 in the evening. But that's because this morning we left at 3 o'clock and drove all early morning into the daytime through Ohio into Indiana. By the way, we're from Pennsylvania if you're new here. My name is Megan Fox and I'm a Mennonite mom of 4 small kids, which is why this trip feels so exciting and good for us, because every summer for the next couple years, we want to be able to take a 10-hour-ish road trip to a different place every time. And from our area, you can get a lot of places in 10 hours. South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Maine. Oh, I'm so excited for a Maine trip some year, but we're going to wait till they're a little bit older. Or, who knows, maybe next summer. We just have a whole list of places we'd like to road trip to. But this trip, we were very excited because we're staying in South Bend, Indiana, which is just so close to Lake Michigan. I'm so excited to go swimming in the ocean. I've heard that it looks like the ocean. It's so big. Never seen it. So I'm very excited to see that. So that is the beach element of our trip. And we're staying at campgrounds both in Indiana and then halfway home when we're headed home. We're going to stop in Ohio for about 3 days and see friends there as well. So it's kind of like stringing a couple of different friends along together, as well as just spending family time. I know it seems bizarre to like pack up and go to Indiana. Like what? Why? Go somewhere exciting. But to us, we were excited. This is why we work so hard to give us family time. Like that's what true riches are at the end of the day, the discretionary time that you can spend with your family. So we're having a blast already. God is testing to see if I'm truly grateful for all he's brought us through from last summer, because we get to our campground and they immediately tell us that, yeah, the pool is closed. It's 90 degrees. Can't help you out. Storm damage. So it is what it is. The kids were so buoyant. Oh my goodness, I love them so much. They're like, oh, well, we'll have to find other things to do. I'm like, yeah, I was bummed, but things happen. And then we get here, we unpack, and I can't find my camera anywhere. So this is what you guys are getting, my phone, which doesn't bother me too much except for audio. The audio is never as crisp, so bear with me. It's going to be a lot of travel vlogging anyway, so voiceovers and stuff. I think you'll still really enjoy it. It's like I was telling my one friend, fun is relative, Like somebody might be so pumped and excited for their European summer. I'm just as pumped and excited for our little Indiana trip because it's just family time and that break from the norm and the rat race and all of that. So we started out our trip by driving an hour through tons of construction to the little town of New Buffalo by Lake Michigan. And let me tell you, this is where it's at with little kids. No big crashing waves, just a calm, gigantic looking, it looked like an ocean really. And we just enjoyed our day there. Lots of fun, lots of snacks. There wasn't a lot of sea creatures, seagulls, anybody pulling up fish, turtles, seals, any of that stuff. We really didn't see a lot of wildlife, but other than that, it was really, really nice, beautiful weather, not too hot. The kids played on the sand dunes and we just people watched. I read for a little bit, took a walk on the beach. And yeah, I'm a fan. This Midwest life could be for me if I had a lake close by, I feel. Definitely didn't feel too landlocked. And then after about 3 hours, we peeled the kids away from the beach, which is new for us. They're usually done by the time we are. The baby was running out of steam, so we figured we should go do something to have a change of pace. We went into the little town and walked around. The post boy quickly caught my eye when I was looking on Instagram and online to see different attractions in the area. This restaurant was so cute. I would have loved to go in and eat, but we looked at the menu and it just didn't have a lot of shareables and we didn't feel like buying $18 burgers for each of us. We just wanted some chicken tenders and fries and that kind of thing. So we just admired from a distance. Should we go in and look? We found a farmer's market. There was some live music playing, just the traditional small town feel. We bought 2 quarts of strawberries to go with our parfaits back at the camper, and sadly we left them sit at this little ice cream shop where we had some cheese curds and chicken nuggets and just a couple different little things like that to replenish our salt, and we also got a little bit of ice cream as well. Okay, we are back from New Buffalo. That place was a hit. Definitely really cute. We could have spent more time there, but it's about 5 o'clock. We got home, and Josh is going to start the fire. We'll have supper a little bit later, but we had a snack that will definitely tide us over. I'm going to make a cold brew. I have not done this in so long. This used to be my, like, shtick, my drink. I always did cold brew. Oh, great. You guys get to watch me concoct a drink without measuring. You guys know how I hate that. I like to measure. Splash of cream. Okay, we'll do a little stirry stir and a taste test. As always, when I make a cold brew, they taste pretty much like a milkshake because they're so smooth. Cold brew does not give any of that acidity like an espresso would, so there's not really any bite, which I don't mind. I like it. Okay, now that I got it right, a little whipped cream and cinnamon. Okay, I'm going to take this, and you know me, I'm going to sit in my camp chair and look at a cookbook. The kids are right here at the park, and I have the baby here. Oh, they're back. I'm going to try my cold brew, Josh. I was going to tell you, we have been eating good this trip. We packed so much food. I actually did a Thrive haul right before we came to stock up on a bunch of snacks. I love Thrive. Let me show you my latest haul since they are sponsoring this video. Just in time. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's unbox my Thrive order. It's mostly snacks this time around. Contrary to what you're about to see here, I do make my own homemade snacks actually pretty often, pretty regularly. We were kind of running out at the end of the school year, like strawberry season and everything. I did prioritize making, you know, granola bars, cheese crisps, all those things. And now we're ready to leave for our trip in 3 days, and I need snacks ASAP. But let's get started. By the way, I've gotten so many of my friends to try Thrive, and right now I have a discount code for you guys to try out. thrivemarket.com/meganfoxunlocked, and that's gonna get you 30% off your first box, plus a free gift that's valued up to $60. Try it out at least. It's actually risk-free. Many of my friends are still using it, but if you decide it's not for you, you can try it out risk-free. You can cancel within 30 days, and you are guaranteed to make your membership back, which if you become a member for the full year, it comes out to about $5 a month, which is great. And I know some of you maybe would love to have like a Sam's Club or a Costco membership, but it's just not a possibility right now. Thrive comes right to your door. It makes it so simple, so easy, and even better than all those big box stores. They have good for you options. You can sort on their tab on the side for your dietary preferences. I personally, now that I've been using Thrive, have clicked on the deals tab every week just to see new things that are in stock, which is why actually some of these things are in my box to begin with. I always get chomp sticks if I can. They were on sale, so I made sure I got some this time. Oh, on our trip, I want to make drinking water more fun. I know my kids get sidetracked. I mean, we don't want to be drinking a lot of water on the driving part, but the rest of the time. So look what I need for kids. They like this stuff. Pro tip, just cut open a pack and I sprinkle a little bit in all 3 of their water bottles, and it's fine. They love it. Okay, there are Pringles fans, but these are just a little bit better for you. They're the Good Crisp Company, and they're gluten-free. Sometimes you just gotta have a little something salty by the pool, you know? Annie's, I love this brand. It's still, you know, not health food by any means, but sometimes you just want to cheese it or a Chex Mix, and these are their options there. They are USDA organic, if that means anything to you, and yeah, they taste good, which is the most important part. I meant to take these back out of the box when I saw they had these, but I apparently forgot, so here we go, more chips. And this is my special drink of choice. Josh likes LaCroix. I like this particular flavor of Olipop. So I'm gonna have this. I think the packaging helps. I don't even know if it's that delicious. It's just that it's pretty and it is very refreshing. So I got a pack of these for the lake, sit by the campfire, whatever. So my daughter will probably claim one for herself too. So I love to get cane sugar from Thrive. This is mostly for my simple syrups that I make. And of course, it's not a pool day without coming back to your camper and having a popsicle. So yeah, that was fun. Try Thrive out, guys. You will love it. Coming straight to your door. All the good things. You have a lot of great options out there, and even better if you shop through the deals tab when things are on a sale. and get even more money saved. Check them out, especially here for summertime. It's just a great, quick way to get your hands on some pantry staples, especially during these busy summer months, and it's risk-free to try it out. So again, go to thrivemarket.com/meganfoxunlocked, and that's going to get you 30% off first box plus a free gift valued up to $60. Now, back to the trip. So yeah, definitely check out Thrive. We've all benefited from them. Okay, try the iced coffee. It's cold brew.
Yeah, it's a very good treat.
It's very, very much like a milkshake.
I taste whatever that is sprinkled on top.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon, yeah.
You don't like that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I could hammer that. Yeah, it's good.
I'm gonna slowly sip it and read my book. So,
All right.
You know where to find me. Well, I will not be drinking my latte. We got kicked over into the dirt. Baby! Look at the baby. You don't know how to eat with a fork. Josh just made us an amazing breakfast. It was sausage, egg, patty sandwiches. And today's the day I'm going to hang out with my friend Hope here in Indiana. We're going to do some garage sailing and then go into the town of Goshen. We have a whole itinerary planned, so we'll see what we actually get done. But Evonnie's going to come along with us for the garage sailing part because there's this like really nice neighborhood right down the street from the campground here. So we're going to do that first, see what we can find, and just, you know, generally hang out. We'll see their whole family tomorrow night. So then that's when all the kids will be along. How's your orange juice, boys? Thumbs up. So I got to visit several cute towns in Indiana. This first one here is called Goshen, and I really enjoyed my day here with my friend. We first went for coffee. I had a very spicy jalapeno, ham, egg, croissant thing, and it was absolutely divine, so flaky and pretty spicy. And then we stopped in at IMShe, a really adorable and spacious clothing boutique. It was fun to meet the owner and to hear her story. Okay, we're at IMShe, and their store is so cute. Hope is talking to me. We both dove for the shirt at the beginning, but she said that I can try it on, and I just love it. So one of us is going to get this. This is just too precious. I just love it. After that, we stopped in at a thrift store, and I didn't pick up much, but I was glad we did stop in. And I ran into a fellow Mennonite YouTuber, Kim Martin, which was super exciting. Okay, I thought I'd show you a little campsite tour here. So over here, Josh is grilling our supper. We're heating up some leftovers, and he's making some more hot dogs. And then it was raining earlier, so we pulled our chairs over. But this is kind of the setup. Here comes Miller. So I just threw an old tablecloth on the picnic table, so pardon the stains. We're getting ready for supper here. We have water bottles and stuff. Bikes in here under the awning because of the rain. Our water cooler, and then over here is a little table with another tablecloth on that we just have breakfast stuff, morning things, paper supplies, things like that. 2 ice chests, and there's also a tub of more food under here. And then over here is where we have our beach supplies and our stroller. And then a trash can. We're picking up trash all the time, trying to keep our campsite tidy. And look at that. I just got done sweeping, and here comes little boy's bike. So you might think you get away from the homemaking when you're away from home, but there's always work to be done. This is not our camper, but we borrow it every year from my brother-in-law and sister, and it works amazing. We're using it, I think, what is it, Josh, 3 times this year?
3 or 4, yeah.
3 or 4 times, yeah. It's like an adopted part of the family.
Wow, so much oil on this one. That is so cool.
Oh my goodness.
I looked in the back.
So the next day was going to be a little bit cloudy and cooler, so we decided not to do the lake again, and we went into the little town of Napannee. I knew Josh would love this town, and I had been there before with my friends, and we pretty much just replicated the day, stopping at the Main Street Roasters for coffee first. They always have a lot of Amish in there, and it's just fun to see all the locals. I think Napannee is definitely a very Amish Mennonite area, but it also feels kind of hip and cool and quaint and adorable at the same time. Napannee was founded in 1874, and so some of these buildings are that old, so it was really fun to look at the facades and the architecture. Of course, we stopped at Venny's Chocolates and picked up some chocolate to take home to our dog sitter, my mom, and my cleaning lady, my sister. And then we went down the street to Neighbors. It's a really cute general store that has a camper upstairs that the kids can play at. When I was here the first time, I knew I had to come back someday with my kids, and so they really enjoyed just crashing there for a little bit and playing with the toys. Then we headed to Coppice Commons. This place is amazing. It's this huge, old, historical factory turned into a business complex, kind of. It's lots of little shops and businesses in here, and it's fun to just walk around and explore. The ball clock was the highlight for sure.
12-1.
What's the next one? The minute is the next one is what?
1, 2.
10. So it's 12, 10.
And they have a museum in here that's dedicated to what they used to make in this building, which is Hoosier cabinets. After touring through all the different levels and ages and stages of these Hoosier cabinets, I officially was in the market for one. I think they're so cute, very utilitarian, but also just downright adorable. So I don't know, don't be surprised if someday I pull one through the front door, but I'm sure it's gonna be a long time of searching on Facebook Marketplace to find the perfect one. Guys, I also got to do some antiquing while we were in Napannee, 2 different stores actually. There's a lot of really good antiques at the Coppice Commons, and I would never guess that this would be something that I enjoy, but turns out I love antiquing. I did not buy much, one small little item you'll see later, but it was so fun to browse around. Josh was such a dear and took the kids exploring the building and stuff, and got them some salt pretzels and things while I was just in my own little happy place for about 20 minutes shopping in the antique mall. And then in the evening, we met up with our friends at their house and had a wonderful, delicious, scrumptious picnic outside. And then, of course, since Josh is a football fan, we had to stop at the Notre Dame campus and walk around. The kids biked, and this place is just so massive and impressive. When I was here the first time, I just knew that Josh had to come see it, and it did not disappoint him. Being here in the summer, the grounds were pretty much deserted, which just made them feel extra massive and serene.
It'd be fun to do the landscaping maintenance work here.
It's so like shady.
Just mow yard, yeah, it's mow yard in the shade all day, because like you have to mow all the time. Oh, it'd be awesome.
He's been taking more videos and photos than I have. Our neighbor guy is an alum from here, and he was all excited we were going.
Yep.
And it would not be an evening on vacation without stopping for ice cream. This was some of the best ice cream we had on our trip. Not all of the ice cream places we stopped at were a hit, but Murphy's, definitely recommend. It's not the cheapest place, but it's really clean, quaint, cute, and the kids had fun playing outside as we enjoyed our ice cream as the sun sank in the west in one of the longest days of the year. Okay, we've arrived in Ohio. I will give you guys an update on why we're here, what's gonna happen, and this leg of the trip. But first, we gotta set up camp. You gonna help? You gonna help? Work before play. So I thought it definitely would not be a camping trip with Megan if we didn't have a little coffee and covers segment here. This is where I share coffee that I'm making right here at the campsite, and then also, you guys know I always have this overambitious goal of reading all kinds of books, so I'll share with you in just a second what I brought along this time. And actually, I'm more successful this time around, but we'll get into that. So first, the coffee. We're gonna have it in this really pretty jar that I thrifted just the other day in Goshen, Indiana with my friend. And I'm gonna try to be sophisticated here. I've had more than my fair share of sugar in the last week, so we're just gonna do cold brew. Like that much. You guys know I love an iced latte that has tons of milk in it and all the, you know, sweets and things. So ice, cold brew, and now instead of adding any milk at all, I'm going in with heavy whipping cream. Like 2 splashes. Here's the maple syrup. We're gonna make it sweet. That was a generous amount. Just a little dash of salt. And then a generous, very generous amount of cinnamon in there. We're gonna make just like a cloud. Not a total whipped cream, but more of a cloud. Okay, and then I'm just gonna top my iced latte with all that creaminess. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's gonna take a couple sips to get used to. But the only reason I was willing to do this is because I know that it was good cold brew. I always use the cold brew beans from Mama Java, and they're divine. You can always get a discount, Megan5. So there you go. This is your sign. Make your own special drink. It can be coffee, it can be something fruity, whatever. And let me show you a couple books that I brought along. So I actually read this entire book on the way to and from Little Buffalo Beach in Michigan. And it was really good. It's actually, I got it for my daughter. I wanted her to read about Nellie Bly. It's like a history book written for kids, so I was able to power through it really quickly, but I enjoyed it like crazy. I love history, especially that era. This one I have not broken into yet, but boy, I forgot I had it along. I'm so in the mood. This is a National Geographic book, and I just thought it looks perfect for flipping through. See, I love this kind of flipping through style book. Because I get interrupted a lot on vacation when I'm trying to read. I don't get much read, let's be honest. So yeah, I need to dive into that maybe while we're driving home again. And then I brought along this book, which I'm reading this, and we're gonna discuss it on the Honey I'm Homemaker podcast. So you can check that episode. I think that episode will be coming out this coming Monday when you're watching this video, like the coming Monday. So far I'm enjoying it, but it's obviously not the best road trip reading material. Okay, this one is very beat up and very well loved. I am reading through it like a book. Normally with magazines, I just flip through and read what interests me, but the Vobergs have done it again. This is such a well done magazine. You can't get this edition. Sorry, the spring issue is not, I don't think they're gonna reprint it, but you can like subscribe to their next one that's coming out. But yeah, I'm getting close to the end and I'm sad about it. I enjoy reading, it's like familiar topics from a slightly different worldview, and not even worldview, but like Christian perspective. Obviously these are not Mennonites writing these books, and they're just lots of like large families. I would say they even have a more conservative mindset sometimes than me as a Mennonite. So it's just fascinating to read. So if you can get your hands on one of these, I suggest it. The Now That We're a Family magazine. Okay, I know this book's been around forever. I'm sure there's good and bad in it, but this is the sheet music book by Dr. Kevin Lehman. You know, never hurts to brush up and get a few tips. And then this one, I'm literally reading it like a book. You guys saw me earlier. I love cookbooks and I will read them right like a book. She has lots of little paragraphs at the top of each of her recipes, and then like intros to each chapter. She talks about the quality of ingredients you should be cooking with. I am enjoying it. It's another great read while you're driving and your kids interrupt you all the time, you know. It's not super meaty, if that makes sense. So yeah, so far I've read an entire book. That doesn't normally happen, and I'm halfway through another one, and I read a couple articles out of the magazine. So today is the first day in Ohio. Josh is golfing with his friends and just having a good old guys day. And so I took the kids to the pool, and it was just a beautiful day. I was stressed out, like taking my kids to the pool, all 4 of them. It's just not a great season of life for relaxing, but it was kind of relaxing, to be honest. I just held the baby and like had my eyes darting back and forth between the other 3 kids the whole time. I think it's because the pool was empty. Like there was only a couple other families in it, and so I could easily keep track of them. There wasn't like 100 children just running to and fro. So yeah, I surprisingly enjoyed my time. But tonight we're gonna go to another one of Josh's friends. I love it that he has friends that I'm only now getting to meet, so this is fun. But we're gonna go to their place for supper and just have like a casual backyard hangout time on a Monday night. Kind of random, but I'm excited for it, and to meet some new friends that I haven't met before. We started out our day by leaving the campsite and having a good, hearty, home-cooked breakfast at the East Main Kitchen in the tiny, sleepy, and rainy that day town of Baltic. Everything was so good, especially their country gravy bowl, whatever that was. So amazing. And then I walked over right beside is what is called Leaf and Linen, a very cute shop with a perfect mix of home goods and clothes. I was admiring this dress, and in the end did not buy it because they didn't have my size, but so many pretty home goods. I did walk away with a pair of shoes that you'll see here in a bit, but I could just browse stores like this so long. You know that the owners spent so much time curating the aesthetic and just shopping with their customers in mind. After that, Lynette drove me around the rolling hills of Ohio. I always thought Lancaster County was pretty, and Ohio is pretty as well. Everything was green and lush. It was kind of a gloomy day, which kind of added to the vibe. We did some different home decor shopping, as one does. I wanted to address how Josh and I vacation. I know it's a little weird. He had his day yesterday where he was golfing, and then today I'm shopping with my friend, but this is the kind of trip that we set ourselves up for. We really could have came out here and just did everything, saw our friends in 2 or 3 days, but we knew we wanted to spend time and do fun things and turn it into not just a family trip. There was plenty of family time on this trip, of course, but also just some rejuvenation and relaxation for the adults as well. I'm not a fan of just letting the kids roll the roost on vacation and doing everything for them. I think it's good to see that mom and dad have interests, and so although they got lots of pool time, camping time, and ultimately the highlight of every family trip is the family time, I still really enjoy the adult time that we get to have. It's something that I probably wouldn't have pursued on my own, but the fact that Josh really loves to golf and he's always encouraging me, well, I golfed yesterday, you should find something to do today. You know, it just works out, and I've been able to discover new hobbies and new places just by having some girl time or even solo time away from the kids. It's really valuable, and once you get over the feeling of feeling selfish or that mom guilt, I really think it can be life-giving. So that store was really pretty. I picked up a few things, and then we went to this more, I could smell the tourism in this area just because I'm from Lancaster County and I know all the tourist traps, but I still had fun shopping nonetheless. There's definitely items for everyone, and of course shopping is a great thing to do while you just chat away and discuss life and all that is motherhood and YouTube mom life. And then we got to do some more, you guessed it, antiquing. I had mentioned to Lynette I wanted to do some like antiquing, and I was surprised when she bit. Like, do you like to antique?
I like it. I was just in here the other day, but
Like, a laundry is the perfect place to style with like a few like thoughtfully placed antiques. So I'm gonna see what I can find. You guys already know I found a couple things, which stay tuned. There will be a haul. Okay, if this thing was not $49, I would be taking it home. Okay, Lynette and I are feeling really old with like artifacts from our upbringing is like appearing in antique stores. Like, I literally remember my aunt having that piece. And then like up here, look. Okay, I can't even point with all the treasures in my hands. Yeah, that one.
Like that one. I think my aunt had stuff like that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I feel like old.
I know, I think I saw like my childhood piggy bank too somewhere. We did a lot of shopping, and I was about getting burned out with it, and then Lynette agreed, so we stopped in for some food and some amazing coffee. I think the best coffee on my trip was here at Honey and Fig. Even beat out the coffees I was making at the trailer, which will come to no surprise from you guys. But this bowl was amazing, and we even got to sit down and chat with the owner, which happens to be Lynn's cousin, and it was just great hashing out life together. And sometimes conversations with strangers are the best because neither of you have skin in the game. I don't know, we just really enjoyed our time, and she even gave us a skillet cookie on the house. Thank you so much, Martina, for a great afternoon. And you will be shocked if you come to Holmes County. You're hardly going to see buggies. Honestly, I saw 4 buggies while we sat here, and that was for almost 2 hours. So if you're looking for horse and buggies on the road, you'll have to come to Lancaster County. Sorry about that. So Lynette's brought me over to the chateau, the house, the corner, the... What are all the words we're tossing around, Lynette? the retreat, the getaway. Anyway, they're Airbnb, and we're trying to come up with a name for it. But yeah, they're in the middle of renovations. Lots of beautiful things happening, but obviously progress takes time. So I think what we're gonna do is meet Josh. He was with the kids all day while I was shopping. He was down at the campground, like swimming and stuff. So I think we're gonna go to Mexican, which is not very Holmes County-esque, but I'm excited about it. What did you have?
I have Coke.
Coke?
Yeah.
Like the soda? Yeah, is that your favorite?
That's my favorite.
Yeah, tonight we're gonna go to a Mexican place. Do you like guacamole? Yeah, and you like the chips? Yeah, I think they have rice.
And it makes me gag.
It'll make you gag?
Oh, one time she
Oh,
ate
no.
One time she ate a chicken, she gagged and threw up.
No!
Right there.
Oh, dear. So maybe not the chips. You get a cough. Yeah, my baby, he gets like the little chip pieces in his throat, and then and he hates it. So I'm like, you can't have chips, but he doesn't care. He still wants chips anyway. And I'm like, no tortilla chips for the baby.
No.
Okay, we are back. It is so good to be reunited with my camera. I just spent the last 2.5 hours unpacking. It's around 8 o'clock right now, and I wanted to quickly show you a haul of my trip so that I can get this stuff put away. So I did not get anything garage sailing. Evonnie found a princess dress. She was very delighted about that. But at their thrift store, I did find a few things, just some baskets. I'm not gonna keep these. These are gonna be for giving away like baked goods. And you guys know I'm into my like little loaves. I thought that would be perfect in here. And it was like 35 cents. So I will be moving those along through, you know. And then also this little butter knife. I don't have a single butter knife, and I think I would actually use one also to decorate cakes. These come in handy. 50 cents, and I love the wooden handle. It's just like feels authentic, and there's no like lead paint on it, which is a plus. And then you saw at I Am She, I got that tie bow chambray shirt, which I already wore and love. And then I did get the muslin dress. The print just, oh, it was so special to me, and yeah, the fit was great. So I had to take that home with me. Oh, and also you saw this glass from the thrift store. So that was in Goshen, and then in Napannee, I did a lot of antiquing, and I restrained. It was so fun looking around and stuff, but I was like, I'm not buying anything if I don't find anything that like jumps into my hand, you know? But I did find this, and this was actually on my list. How often does that happen when you're antiquing? But I wanted a little mini tin copper kettle to hang behind my new range when I have it, and I really didn't want it to be super bright, like that pinky orangey color. And look at that. I could still shine it up. I'm sure I get it a little shinier, but I'm not sure I'm going to. Like, I kind of like that tarnished look, and I can have like the more silver nickel side or the copper side. And it's so teeny tiny. I don't know if you can see the size, but it's like perfect. And then I went shopping with Lynette for a full day. In Baltic, we stopped at Leaf and Linen, and I tried on a bunch of pieces, but I really didn't need more clothes. Oh, by the way, I forgot to talk about my shirt. This is from Lynette's collection from the Main Street Exchange. It went live while I was out there with her, and so that was super exciting. It's really pretty, like a floral linen gauze shirt, and it's not overly boxy. So I feel like it's perfect as like a full tuck shirt because there's not tons of extra fabric. Very lightweight for summertime, has pockets here. Always have a code with Main Street Exchange if you want a discount. Their clothes are really good, but they're not cheap either, so it always helps to have a discount. And then at Leaf and Linen, I bought these sandals. They're chunky, but I have this thing. I have like 4 pairs of sandals, one in like every color. And then every summer will replace one of them. So that kind of works. Like I wear them 4 years, and then one is worn out, and then we cycle something in new. So about every summer I buy one new pair of sandals. Last year I did not buy a single new pair. So I was due. These are like a bone color, which I love because they don't have to stay pure white, and I feel like they just look better with a lot of things. So I'm excited about that. It could be in like the brown family or the white family. Bone color, love it. And they're not like obvious Birkenstocks, you know, they're a little different. It's the Soda brand. And we went into a home store that I cannot for the life of me remember what it was called, but I gave her my name and phone number because we were chatting about YouTube and stuff, so maybe she'll contact me in my DMs and I can look out for her. But the first thing I got was this teeny tiny little magnet for my fridge. I don't have a brand new kitchen yet, but I can still make the one that I have pretty, and this is a very easy way to do it. A little china dish that, yeah, I think that's so cute. I should have got a couple more. These would make great gifts. Okay, it's called BF at Home. Yeah, it was a beautiful store. And then I also got this. Oh my goodness, the stone on it is just, I've never seen anything like it. So pretty. It's super duper heavy. I think I'm gonna keep this on my coffee bar. There's a lot of different things you could put in there, but I'm thinking like sugar or salt, of course. But I was thinking what I might do is put my chai powder in there, because I like to add chai powder sometimes to my whipped topping and stuff, just for a little extra flavor and spice or whatever. So yeah, I don't know, so many uses for it, and it's little and tiny and very cute. This was $19.99 though, so I was kind of feeling sheepish about it. And this was $5. We went into the barn market. I forget how you say barn in Dutch. You guys that are local will know what I'm talking about. And I found a graphic tee in there. I just love the colors, and it's not overly ginormous graphics. Do you see that? It's more like on the top. I did get a small, so it's not like overly baggy. I like the hint of green behind it. And it says, "The Lord will guide you." Also at that Shia market, there it is, right there. I got this hand soap. I thought it would look really pretty. It has like the touches of green and the graphics on it. I thought that would look really good in my laundry. Guys, you haven't seen it quite yet. It's coming out very soon. Next week, I believe, you're gonna see my laundry reveal, and it's very green. You'll see. So I think this will go perfect. I do have another one as well, but you know, hand soap runs out, so we can replenish. And then we did do a little bit of antiquing, but at this point we were pretty much both shopped out. But I spent a decent amount at the antique store. So first of all, I saw this mercury glass pitcher. It's nice and big. I could just picture serving lemonade in this, or ice water with lemon. My great grandma had this carnival glass. I said mercury glass, carnival glass style stuff in her house. I think it really reminds me of the 70s, maybe the 60s a little bit. But have you ever seen a more Megan pitcher? I think not. Lynette's like, yeah, that definitely has to go home with you. Also there, I got bamboozled. This had 2 stickers on it, and the sticker that I saw said $3. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is like garage sale prices. I need a lemon squeezer. But then I got to the register, and there's the second sticker that I had not seen that said $8. So I probably wouldn't have got it for $8, like whatever. But it does need to be cleaned up, but it feels very sturdy and heavy. It's like a stone, not stone, I'm not sure. What is this stuff, guys? But it says sun-kissed on this side and this side, and I needed one, so it's perfect. And then, okay, the last, biggest, most exciting piece. You guys are gonna think I'm ridiculous. This is very much a wild card, let's say. So, my husband has some old metal cars, you know, like the model cars that are about, you know, 8 inches long, 6 inches long, whatever. I found this here, and I thought this would be perfect in the boys' room as decor. Look at that. It is like in pristine condition. I'm sure it's a remake, like it's gotta be. The wood is just so perfect. There's a metal ledge on each shelf. But imagine this as like art on the wall, and also a place to display Josh's antique cars that he has, and it can be in the boys' room. I doubt it will let them play with the cars. Maybe we will. I mean, I don't know. As long as they're not pulling the rubber tires off, that's always the danger, you know? But it says classic cars of the 50s, which I don't think his cars are necessarily just from the 50s, but yeah, it goes with the room so well because the colors in the room are brown and like an orange color, and I think this pop of like a yellowy wood is gonna look so good in there. So stay tuned. Maybe I'll hang it on camera and you guys can see it and tell me what you think. But this was $39.99. Lynette's like, maybe you could ask if they take less, but I don't feel like antique stores are bartering places, you know, not like a garage sale is. So I didn't ask, I just coughed it up, and now I have it, and I'm very excited. So quite the shopping spree, I know, but I feel like every purchase was thoughtfully made. I didn't just like buy a whole bunch or go gung-ho, and I don't think I have any regrets, but we will see. You know, I haven't walked 20 miles in the sandals yet, so but yeah, I think my favorite gem of the whole trip was this, just because it was on my list already, and I've been looking for one, and it was the first. I don't know, I always have memories of Napannee when I see this. So I want to say at the end of this video that I encourage you, if you have not tried camping, try it out. It's just really a great thing if you, one, work from home, lead a busy lifestyle, home does not feel very restful, maybe you're in the middle of a remodel project like we always seem to be. Camping is just a great way to get away and focus on your family, your kids, nature. Cooking around a campfire every night is just premium. I love it. And even better if you can do it in a different state or a different area, different landscape. It was just so interesting seeing all the different states' terrain and experiencing mountains and lakes and trees and prairie and everything all in one trip. It was awesome. It was a lot of work for mom, not gonna lie, but well worth it. So thank you guys so much for being here and watching this one. Check out Thrive, the sponsor of today's video. I know that you will not regret it. It's like a health food store right to your door. I'll see you next week for our laundry reno / makeover / stock it / reveal. I'll see y'all then. Bye everyone.